World Electronic Sports Games returns with a new season, the largest championship among national teams in the history of esports. Dota 2, Hearthstone, CSGO, StarCraft 2, and $5.5 million at stake. European finals will be held in marvelous Barcelona from the 22nd to the 26th of November. Win your slot in the finals of the World Championship. Register right now.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Hellcase Cup. It is going to be, well, one of our semi-finals today. In fact, both semi-finals today. It is going to be HellRaisers versus mousesports. HellRaisers are a very sort of up and down team at the moment. I've sort of been looking at them and going, I genuinely don't know if you're going to be winning this qualifier, get it, or like winning the tournament, or if you're just going to be sort of like going out to a team that you definitely should be beating. We saw it sort of in the earlier stages of the EU qualifier for Shanghai. They got beaten by North Academy, got invited back, got beaten by Ago, and I was just sort of watching the games just like, what is going on with HellRaisers? And then you see them 2-0 some teams that you just don't expect them to be beating online anyway. So I'm not sure what to expect from the mousesports. There's sort of been some similar like performances from them as well, quite up and down, being knocked out by Dignitas as well in the Shanghai qualifier, even though they had a stand-in for the match as well. So that was another one that was somewhat confusing for me and got dominated on that match. So I'm excited to see who's actually going to be sort of taking this series. We are going to be obviously having the knife round just done. And the maps. Okay, the maps I can actually just tell you. Obviously remembered off the top of my head, totally not looking. That's why I'm not tabbed out and you can hear all of the sound in game. It is going to be Cobble, then Inferno, and finally we will have Mirage if it goes to a third map. Unfortunately, due to time clashes, if this does go to a third map, I'm going to have to switch to the other game. But we'll see. Maybe one of these teams is just going to dominate and then I get to cast both games. So I've been officially told that that's what I have to do. Otherwise, somebody will hunt me down and kill me. Something along those lines. Or I'll just get a slap on the wrist. But, yeah, either way, we do, of course, have our other semi-final coming up later today, which is going to be the Ninjas versus Big. And I'm looking forward to that matchup as well. So, two decent games. A pretty poor caster, to be honest. Like, that guy sucks. But, game volume is a little high. It shouldn't have changed at all, so it should be fine. It should be fine when we actually get into things. If not, I'll turn it down a little bit, and we'll see if that's necessary. Either way, we are into our pistol round. We've got quite a bit of utility currently set up onto Dead Fox on the T side, and then a couple of flashbangs, which are actually going to be used straight away from Rops and help out Oscar Sticko to already find the first couple. Rops already managing to trade one back, and Zero and Woxic now the only two left remaining. Nice shot from Woxic as he spins around and takes the head off one, leaving it into a 2 versus 3. Bomb, however, is dropped on Plat, which is going to make things very difficult indeed. 1 minute 15 on the clock, so T's aren't really got anything to worry about. Of course, this is the revenge of HellRaisers, taking down this man right here. Or the other way around, depends on how you want to look at it. I don't know if there is any bad blood here, but it would be pretty cool if they were managing to take down the team that stole Mr. Sticker away. He's going to be coming out, Chris J with the pop flash, but actually he's going to be blinded by instead, still just holding back, and he will eventually take down one more. Only 0 left, onto just 10 HP, or 18 HP, sorry. And I don't see him doing too much. Does at least hit the dinks. Now he's on to 8 HP. Just going to be surviving on his last legs, trying to peek back out, but okay. He's actually starting to make things a little bit scary. It's only Chris J with any real health, but Sticko will be there. 1-0. Mousesports are going to take themselves the pistol on that CT side as well, which is pretty important to make sure you get that economy rolling. Crucial, I have absolutely no idea what that says. I see the word caster twice, though, so I don't know if you're trying to talk to me. Thank God, otherwise I'd be out of here real quick. Oh. That probably means you're being a little bit rude. Oh, well. I love you all the same. We are going to have the 4 spy coming in from the T side. You got themselves a couple of Deagles, 3 CZs, and a bit of utility onto Devfox as well. Don't worry, Chef. I love you as well. I'm sure that's what he's saying. I'm sure that's what he's saying. That's not my fault, is it? It's nothing to do with me. Yeah. GoTV always has like a couple of minutes delay so that nobody can sort of stream snipe. I'm watching the GoTV live though, so anything I'm saying obviously will be at the same time. It's genius. Someone thought that up. Much better. It's better than most games. Will I marry you? Probably not. Very slow round out from the T side. Could be rotating back towards this B side. Only actually 3 players here, which may not seem like a small amount, but on a map like Cobble, it is actually a fairly reduced amount of players. Now you can see they do still have 3 rifles in play, and Stick are going to be sat in the corner. Are they going to check it? That's the big thing. This is a massive angle that needs to be checked, and they haven't checked it at all. He's going to be peeking out, finds one. Quick trade from Devfox. However, his teammates are already falling in the meantime. A second for Angel as well. Doing a little bit of damage at least. I don't think they'll be winning the round. It's going to be very tough to do, but never mind. Devfox hits the headshot, but they haven't cleared out the chicken coop. Bomb plant likely to be denied, and Chris J will at least save them just by staying alive. 3 kills for him. Will you sponsor me? Jesus. Even if people don't like my casting, that's absolutely fine. No, the reason I read chat in solo cast is so that I don't actually lose my mind. But, oh, hello. Zero going to be starting things off. I don't have a co-caster, so it's either talk to you guys or just leave elongated pauses. Especially in eco rounds, where there's not that much to say. A lot of the time, it is just going to be players getting absolutely ruined. And then if something happens, I'll talk about it. But I think it's just a little bit more of a relaxed style of casting. And a lot of the time, me just sort of casting this if it's a major final isn't going to be as entertaining as if I talk to you guys a little bit. It's fine if you don't like it, though. Not everybody likes the same thing. There we go, though. T-side. They managed to at least take one down. That's a nice shot from Angel. He's going to be pushing back in. Chris J looking for the trades, but they've already done quite a bit of damage considering it's only pistols. Chris J sprays down 3, though, and once again, he will save them in this round, making sure that they don't lose too many players. Still going to be a little bit costly, and now the T-side have got their buy. A decent amount of utility can even come in. You're normally looking about 4,900 to make sure you can get one of every single nades, and, yeah. They can pretty much do that on every single player. They're going to go for a glass cannon up on Woxic, who is normally the man we look for. We'll see if he can actually do anything with it. Of course, Oscar on the other side is going to be the man he's facing off against. Pretty exciting AWP battle in this matchup. T-side, just playing more of a default in this round. Sitting back, waiting for any aggression. Sunny is going to be sort of going a little bit aggressive towards long, but not anything too crazy, and it's fairly standard setup. The only real difference is that we are seeing a bit more aggression of these two over towards long. However, with the mid presence lost, it's likely they're just going to fall back. Sunny will try and do a bit of damage with the nade, but he needs to be sort of more supportive of Oscar's position rather than going for further aggression. They're actually going to boost him up now. I quite like this. Very early to see this boost come in. Angel going to be going for the aggression, but Chris J will win the opening duel. He's been doing pretty well so far. 8-0. A lot of them were eco frags or pistol frags, so let's not go too crazy just yet. But he started this round off strong. The problem is he's pretty low on HP. So he has had to fall back. He's now going to take the plat position, go more passively into the corner. But with 35 seconds left, HellRaisers, they now do have to gather up to one of the sites. It's not going to be A. They don't have enough time to rotate back unless they were to split through drop. So it is just going to be this B hit. And that Molotov, well, they haven't thrown one into the corner. They still have another Molotov. This is actually holding one. They're going to wide peek it instead. But it will just be a quick trade for Stiko, who's going to be holding on the site. Manages a first and a second. Just trying to stay alive as long as possible here. Bait out the time for Oscar to rotate in, and he will even finish off the final. Great work there from Stiko, and it is going to be 4-0 in favor of mousesports. Cobble is the pick of mousesports. That's what I've been told, at least. Here we go, though. Push. Coming back in from the T side. Just some pistols into this round. Fairly minute investment. They do have 3,400 coming into the next round, so even someone as low as Issa is still going to be able to warrant a buy. Sunny. Holding the angle. The Molotov will force the T's off for now. They do look like they're all gathering up and Honey? Oh, I've got a little bit flirtatious now with Sunny because I've somehow forgotten. I think I combined HellRaisers and Sunny and called him Honey. Let's just do that for the rest of the game. I'll call someone like Issa Sweetie. And I think, who's going to be Babe? It has to be Oscar, right? It has to be Babe because he's going to be starting things off with the AWP pick. Oh, that's probably my favorite mess up I've ever done. He will start things off. Please don't do that. Rops would probably be cute. Either way, he is going to be spraying them down. Not so cute now, as he does manage to do a decent amount of damage. Finds Angel. Boosted up will be Sunny. Just waiting back. Looking for the spot. Don't find anything as of yet. And in fact, Oscar's going to be going down. That's an AWP onto the floor. Doing quite a bit of damage in this round, but eventually they are just going to be falling. 5-0. mousesports now have to face off against a much better buy. Not looking like we're going to see the AWP in play, as it is going to be Woxic actually buying down an AK-47 instead. Basically pushing to get themselves more utility. And the CT side actually not building up too much money yet. Chris J's doing alright. 7,600 in the bank. Peeking out aggressively into mid. Wall spot 0, and that's the opening pick. Second round in a row now that we've seen Oscar going a little bit more aggressive. But he's made it work for his team. Oh, I hate when players get killed too. It's tough. Pico. He's just playing a sort of headshot angle to spot over the top. Makes utility thrown out. I've always been a little bit confused by that Molotov, because, okay, you could hear if somebody's forced out of the angle, but if you do it when there's sort of vision on that spot, it helps you quite a bit, because now you can see what Stiko's actually done. They've thrown the Molotov in there, and then he's just gone, okay, well, now I'm going to push into that angle, because it's unlikely they'll check it again. DevFox has managed to take control of drop, but Oscar is going to dominate him, and now the push comes in. They do have to hard peek it, but still lose a life. And there's only one man left. Woxic with 9 HP. Eventually, it will be Oscar to take him down. 3 kills for him in the round. 6-0 for mousesports. And this is the map pick of mousesports. Will I give away Hellcase codes? No. I think if you go on the site and put like SLTV or something like that in there, I think that gives you a free case. And I think there should be some sort of drops in the chat. I don't know. I have a button, right? But I don't know if it actually does anything or if it just brings up a little pop-up on the overlay. Because it says that it's doing stuff. But I don't know if I was just lied to. And they were like, yeah, you have control over the gifts. Ha ha ha, he's just clicking an advertisement. Which is possible. I don't actually know. So if something pops up in the chat, then clearly I'm some sort of god who is in control of gifts. If not, then I'm just putting up a big drop thing. So, I don't know. Yeah, no, who knew? A major with only 3.8k viewers. It's crazy. Sell out. What? They are paying me, so I have to sell out a little bit. That's the rules. That's the rules. Either way, though, T's are going to have themselves a buy once again. Max loss bonus, so it gives them a decent amount, but the problem is to obviously get all the nades. They had to drop head armor, which is going to make them more vulnerable. Push coming in, though. Oscar about to YP count. Nice shot from Zero. We'll take down Rops. He looks to try and get back into the site, and now Oscar is going to be the only man to actually defend it. Rotation in from Chris J. Will be in from behind. Major with only one caster. Yeah, what a mess. You got a Dragon Lore. Ah, can I have half of it? I'll take the bow. It's up. We'll eventually take down Oscar. That is an AWP that he can look to retrieve for his teammate. And a nice round there from HellRaisers. Picking up the pace, catching out the CT side. And as said, these rounds have been a little bit closer than sort of meets the eye with the scoreline. And the CT side, they've got enough money to buy, but it's actually going to be a little bit sketchy. Rops is going to have to go for a trusty Mag 7. Sunny, a FAMAS. And if they lose this next round, well, the T side are going to have a chance to actually get themselves right back into the game. What do you mean? What do you mean no production team? Look, there's a guy like right over there. Look, say hello, John. Hello! Is it bad that I find all of my own jokes funny? I think it is. T-side's gonna go running into drop, and Rops, he only has a Mag 7, so... well, it's not gonna be working out for him. He gets dominated. Angel cuts back through the door. And this is just a cleanup at the moment. Nobody really doing anything. The remaining two players may just wanna hold on. Oh, Sonny with a nice little dunk. Angel. To the stars with him. Hey, John. Yeah, that was attempted humor spin. I'm sorry. Sorry. Can John commentate? He's sort of tied up in the corner and just has to press all the buttons, so no. His mouth is like sealed shut. Let John cast. I hate you all. CT side are going to hold on to their remaining two weapons. Sunny and Oscar. Or at least have something for the next round. And Oscar could realistically drop another. I feel like it would be quite a risky buy if they were to go for this one. Hashtag free John. Oh, what have I done? T-side have actually made themselves a decent amount of money over the last couple of rounds as well, because they've had 4 players surviving both times. You can see already starting to build up a bank, and it is just going to be a straight eco from the remaining players of mousesports. I'm actually okay with this. They'll get 2,400 into the next. Oscar can still afford an AWP with Kevlar, and it really isn't too bad a buy whatsoever. Here we go, though. Looking like, once again, a faster round from HellRaisers. This used to be a map that they played an awful lot. At least with Angel, I used to enjoy watching him. We are going to have Oscar on the site, but he's quickly overwhelmed. And Sunny, he's the last man rotating in. Again, may just want to hold on to his AK. Nice wall of smokes thrown in from the T side there, just to isolate off anybody. They were all actually on the site, so didn't really make too much difference. Sunny will at least fall back. And this will mean that he can at least get a decent amount of utility, because that's where they may fall a little bit flat. Chris J can get a rifle, maybe a smoke. Hit, possibly. He's not going to be able to have head armor. Not really too much of a problem. Press the sellout button. But I don't even know if it works. I don't even think anybody got dropped. There's supposed to be like little, like, pop-ups. And didn't seem to do anything. So, I don't know. I think somebody else actually has the real control, and they've just told me this. I'm another slave to the system, just like John. Oh yeah, I did actually see that picture of like the Sticko picture. The rank. Corporal. Go there. 6-3. B-side. Still just playing again. Early rounds, it's just a default. Just waiting for any sort of pushes to come in. And then in the sort of latter rounds is where we see them gather up. And there has been quite a bit of aggression coming out from the CT side. Now, as I said, they've managed to get the AWP. And as they cross over, I like it. It was a nice attempt from the T side. It's the bait and peek. Unfortunately, the peek was expected. And Oscar is not going to fall for such a strategy. Man advantage to the CT side, which pretty important considering how weak their utility currently is. No incendiaries is the big thing to look at, and only one kit, which is currently picked up onto Sunny. And the only reason he has that is because he actually saved a weapon from the previous round. East side, after spotting the AWP, are going to go rotating back towards B. Of course, the T side, in terms of utility, are absolutely fine. We've still got plenty of money. We'll be able to buy for maybe even the next 2 rounds, especially if they can get a bomb plant. Counter utility. The small amount that is there, Sticko taking quite a bit of burning damage and just going to try and play close to the smoke. It's quite smart. In fact, he may be able to get past all of them. This is brilliant from Sticko. They've all run past, and now he can look to try and turn around as the smoke fades away. This is such a valuable position. Peeks out, but he doesn't get anything. Such a great spot, and just fails at the final. Well, the easy bit, if anything. Sunny now, trying to find something back in. We'll be able to pick up one. However, Isso is going to be able to trade him out very quickly. Oscar now just going to try and save the AWP. Desperately wanting to keep that into the next round. And, well, 4 rounds in a row for HellRaisers. 3 players will survive once again. Even more money put into the bank account of HellRaisers. And this CT side is likely they're just going to have to save. Sunny may be able to pick up an extra little bit, a pistol or something to try and do some damage for the next round, as they will have the max loss bonus going into the one after. But for now, at least, it's going to be 6-4. So a very good start from mousesports, but last few rounds at least, it seems like HellRaisers have found the problem. And that is just picking up the pace, just gathering up as a team. So what do you think of the new Dust 2? I don't think it's really changed that much. I think it looks pretty. And a few of the things that I've sort of witnessed have been a nice touch. But I want to play it competitively before I really, like, give a proper judgment. Either way, we'll just be trading the first initial kill. Push could be coming back quickly. Of course, they do still have that AWP on Oscar, but he's going to want to try and keep that into the next round if they can't do too much. But he has managed to at least turn it into a 2 versus 3. And so we'll burn him alive in the end, and Chris J probably just going to try and save that. Well, actually, okay, Mr. J. I'm getting a little bit confident here, and Angel will say, okay, thank you very much. That's going to be an easy kill for me, and Issa will retrieve the AWP. 6-5. There we go, though. Double AWP set up him for the CTs. Plenty of money saved to be able to do this. Now, a lot of the times when things aren't working on the B side, this is where you see either a little bit more aggression with that AWP over towards plat, or just sort of passive hold to stop the aggression of the Ts. And already Rops is going to start things off with a kill. But Sunny, oh, okay, he trades his own death. A bit of martyrdom in there with the flames. Yeah, it does look a bit like a reskin, doesn't it? That Dust 2 map. I don't know. The problem is, with me at least when I was casting it, I felt like there was nothing that could surprise me anymore. Like, individual plays still could, but there was nothing about the map where I went, oh, wow, I've never seen that before. Like, that smoke's really cool. It was just like, oh, yeah, they're probably going to go down mid, either go on short or try and split B. That's the whole map. That was pretty much it. Oh, they're going to push it. Oh, look, Kenny S, he killed them. That was it. Either way, though, T side gathering up towards this B side. Chris J's AWP will play no further find around. Nice entry from Angel, leading the charge for his team at the moment. The in-game leader and the leader in the server. At least I think he's still in-game leader. Don't really know. Drops. Is at least going to be able to find one. Picks up the AWP, hoping somebody will peek the angle. Give this man a chance to strut his stuff. However, just going to be patient. There are 4 spot out Rops. 6 to 6. I kind of see it both ways though with the B site, because like people are talking about opening up the skybox to B, but how difficult would the B site be to defend if you can not only split through middle, but also throw nades over the top? Like you could just Molotov like half the site. The B site's pretty small as it is, so I don't know. I'm excited to see what they will do, because this may not be the end result. It's only been added into like the beta client. They could still change everything if they wanted to. I'm hoping it's not the end result. Because otherwise all they really have done is just gone, look, we made it pretty. And this box is different. That was about it. I think that was... I've just explained the whole of Dust 2. Here we go, though. Oscar, aggressive peek towards long. We're going to see... Oh, a little bit of a boost up. Woxic trying to peek the angle. He hasn't been able to win this duel so far, and it's not going to happen again. Oscar trying to spam a few shots through the wall. Won't find anything as of yet. T-side. This seems to be the case. When they fail at getting that opening pick over towards the A site, they just rotate back to B. And that's been working wonderfully for them. The defense of this B site has been the big problem so far for mousesports. And currently there's only 2 players here, so they've got to be a little bit worried about that. Smoke will at least deny the presence of the T's for now. They held that quite late into the round, and Sunny with the majority of the utility now. Still an incendiary for Sticker, which could prove vital, but he just throws this straight into the smoke. Just a second too early for the fadeaway, and now, well, he's going to get entry'd instantly. Chris J will go down. Quick rotation from Sunny coming in, though. Manages to pick up 2. And drops the bomb as well. Only 15 seconds left. 0 with very little chance indeed, and, well, walking into the crosshair of Oscar is never going to end well. 7 to 6. P-side, of course, an absolute ludicrous amount of money that they can buy back in with. You don't think it looks that pretty? I quite like the look of it. I'm going to be honest, I just walked around it quickly. I haven't actually done too much in terms of actual research. I saw like, a couple of videos on it, but for me, Dust 2 was never a map I particularly enjoyed anyway, so it being added in, I don't even know what map I'd actually want removed. I think casting nuke is horrible, so maybe that one. It's just like, oh, look, you're trying to observe as well. Oh, I can't tell if they're on the top or the bottom, so I don't know where I should be looking. That's the only one that's the only other reason I really have. But quick push out from the T side. Gonna be making their way down, drop, running through all of the smokes, and already DevFox is gonna get the entry. The AWP of Chris J is gonna be able to trade one. He's still just trying to hold for now as his teammates fall around him, but it is a second and a third for Chris J. And now he's set them up with a big chance here. Stiko falls and leaves it into a 1 versus 1. Oscar just going to be waiting patiently. Issa with so many angles left to check. I think somebody's just said, he's low. And Issa actually going to pick up the AWP of his own. Peeking into drop. Oscar just going to be waiting. Obviously, he knows that his opponent eventually will have to plant. And he has a huge health advantage. However, with the AWP, it makes things a little bit more interesting. Issa realistically could just try and rotate all the way back around. He doesn't have a lot of time if he is going to do that. And Oscar's now managed to push just that little bit closer. Smoke going to be going down. Bomb going to be planted, and that will be it. Oscar, with the patience play, will get them another round. 8 to 6. Half will at least be won from mousesports after that magnificent start. And it will now be HellRaisers at least trying to get back to 7 for the end. I think they should add in log or black gold. Mainly because the callouts for log are all log. So I would find that quite funny. There's one log. Which one? Well, you know the one over on that left side of the map with the big log? Ah, that log. B-side, once again. Slowing things right down. A little bit of a push coming into middle from Woxic, just trying to be sneaky. With the AWP as well, it's not something you see too often, a solo push with an AWP. Not Train, I love Train. Anything but Train. B-side once again. It just seems to be their way of playing at the moment. Early aggression towards the A site, double back, and try and hit towards B. Now, a lot of the time, this just comes down to sort of the Angels, which I think works quite well for HellRaisers, surprisingly, considering you look at the amount of firepower currently on mousesports. That's really where their strength lies. But here we go. Angel going to be going straight down into the drop. Rotation has already come in. There's 4 players now here for this CT side. And again, it's going to be Chris J in the back lines doing work. This AWP has just been doing great. He will burn, but he's taken 3 players with him. However, his teammates are falling. Oscar now rotating in with another AWP and leaves it all onto Angel. 1 versus 2, no utility. Doesn't have control of the bomb. Full wide peek out. That's a lovely shot, but he's got to be careful from behind. Sunny actually gives away his position. But what is Angel going to do? He's run out of time. That's it. Round over. Run away. Sunny can hide. And there's nothing he can do. 9-6, mousesports. They will take themselves the round and the half. And, well, it's been streaks and bounds so far. No team really sort of going backwards and forwards or having some close economy games. It's all been about streaks. 6 in a row, 6 in a row, and then 3 to end it for mousesports. Either way, we will be going into our second half fairly shortly. And a pistol win could level up HellRaisers straight away. Oh, I thought it was live. No, this isn't live. Galile. This isn't live at all. Hello, Rap. How are you? Sonny's in the toilet. Just everybody want to know that right now. So if you tweet Sonny, there's a chance he'll be sat there on his phone. Hope you're enjoying your toilet break. Oh, no, he's back. Sorry, guys. It's probably a couple of minutes ago anyway. 9-6, though. Pretty close game so far, although the way that things have gone haven't really looked that way. Yeah, thanks, Sonny. God damn it. Or maybe it was actually just the description. So rather than, like, Chris J was just like, I have a Sonny toilet. Like, it's actually just, it glows. And then the guys were like, oh, well, we're going to take a second to actually think about that. Either way, Sonny hasn't actually bought... He bought nothing in this round? Okay, didn't buy Kevlar, so maybe he was too busy thinking about the Sunny toilet and got a little bit confused. Either way, we're going to have this push in from Stiko. Looking to try and find the opening. Not going to find anything as of yet, and there's still a man lurking in the back lines over towards drop. Zero. Be holding towards long, and then just a sort of jiggle peek spot from Woxic to make sure that nobody has pushed all the way up mid as of yet. It's looking like we may just have the split towards the A site. Taking the bomb towards drop, though, would be fairly risky. They may actually double back towards B. I'm a little bit confused as to taking the bomb in that direction, unless they are going to go back towards B, and that's exactly what they're doing. Straight back through the door. Stiko will take down DevFox, not expecting this at all. The man over towards Chicken Coop in Angel has been completely bamboozled, and this has just been a lovely switch up from mousesports, rotating all of the players over towards A, except Angel, who, well, is now dead. And now they have a perfect flank as well from Chris J. This is a brilliant pistol round from mousesports. Question is, can they now hold on to it? Chris could be coming back in. There goes the flank from Chris J. And Oscar already going to be finding one. And it leaves it all on to 0. Great pistol round from Mouse. 10-6 in the lead. Now going to look to try and convert these 2 rounds and give themselves a 6-round advantage. CT side, I'm going to be forcing into this one. No real save either, so it's not likely that they'll have an AWP going into that first buy round. Unless, of course, they manage to bring things back. Chris J actually top of the board at the moment. Although you have to remember, he was 8-1 from the first few rounds, like the pistol round and stuff, so a little bit padded, but still having a pretty good game. And over the back towards that chicken coop, towards the end of the game, they were actually doing very, very well. Here we go, though. Issa with the deagle. What can he do? In for the first shot. Not going to find anything. Does spot out a couple of players. That's at least a little bit of information that HellRaisers have managed to gather without anybody dying, which is quite difficult on Cobble. It's a map where really the CT side have quite a disadvantage with the amount of aggression they actually have to take to be able to get any knowledge of where their opponents are. T side, however, they've made it pretty clear where they're going. All 5 players currently waiting over towards that B site. Nice pop flash in already. Rops is going to start things off. Chris J leading the charge to find the second. Still a couple of players that they have to deal with, and Zero has managed to find one. Looking for a second, but he is eventually going to be overwhelmed. Or at least I think he is. He's still on the site. They haven't dealt with him yet. Sunny actually going to switch over to the Glock. It won't matter. And can he get the final kill? No, he can't. Stico through the door. 11-6. 4 Spy is going to be countered. And now the CT side aren't going to have much to buy back in within this round. We go though. Stack on the A side from the CT side. Actually have a decent chance to do some damage here. Issa has already managed to pick up a second kill, and they are at least making things costly. Shoots his teammate in the back of the head, but at least turns into a 1 versus 1. This is very costly indeed. Can Oscar even win it? That's the real question. Issa sneaking in from behind, but can't manage to close things. Nice stack from HellRaisers. Only 1 rifle surviving, and it means that mousesports, in terms of the chance to reset them, the likelihood is so much higher. Question is, will this buy from HellRaisers be enough? T-side looking like they're just going to go for a faster play, although just early nades thrown in. Not too much. One man going to be holding off the rotations in the form of Stico. And the one sort of, I don't want to say advantage of losing all the SMGs, but the one positive light is that they do go into this with a completely full buy. Full utility. Definitely much better than what we see on the other side. And Woxic, he's given an opportunity, but doesn't take it. Stico just probing over towards that A site. Keeping at least a couple of players there, so if they do just hit B, it's likely that there'll be a reduced defense. And already Oscar is now going to hit that first shot, and this is where they just opt to pounce. Issa will be able to trade, and the rest of the team is still setting up nades while Rops looks for the entry. That nade's going to do even more damage, and Issa's just trying to hold on to this alone. Rotation eventually comes in for the rest of his teammates. And Angel's, in fact, going to give them a man advantage. Still, no trade as of yet, but Oscar will find a second eventually. However, so many low players for the T side. Really sure what they're going to do here. Bomb currently stuck in drop. Will be thrown back over. And Oscar now has the chance to actually rotate over towards the A site. Seems like Zero has that idea in his head, however. And Stiko's about to be caught from behind. Angel peeking back in. Oscar will at least be able to hit one with the AWP and maybe able to cross the site. That would be a nice boost in economy. You have to remember how much damage was done in the previous round. Eventually, it will be Angel to win the round. 12-7. Now the T-side money, well, as you can see, it's already taken a bit of a hit. Here we go, though. They are going to risk it. Force back in. Still not the best buy in the world for HellRaisers either. They've got an SMG and a FAMAS in play. Zero going to go for a little bit of aggression, and Woxic just holding the cross from the door. Pretty standard setup as of right now. Where's DevFox going to be playing? That's what interests me. He's going to be playing aggressive over towards plant. Now, while the smoke is down, this position is absolutely fine, but with the reduced range of that UMP, definitely not going to be as effective as it used to be. Now, the winner of this round is likely to reset their opponent. This is pretty crucial that HellRaisers do win this to keep themselves going. Flashbang going to go in. Stiko leading the charge already. Does a lot of damage, but Woxic will survive, and with that AWP, he's still just as deadly. However, eventually, Sunny's there to trade out both. CT's may just have to look to try and save here, but actually, Stiko's still going. Actually going to go even more aggressive, spawning out another and takes down two. Looking for just Issa, who will eventually... Well, sorry, Dead Fox, who will eventually trade him out. And as he goes back to save, Oscar is just a cruel, cruel mistress. Holding the back lines. And now the CT side money is absolutely ruined. They managed to win one. Until mousesports came a kick in. And even now, they can't really afford to invest much. It's a bit peculiar that this is actually just bought here. Angel's gone for a bit, but... the likelihood is they can't even buy in the next round. They're only going to have 1,900. Now, some of the players can at least get a rifle, but Issa's invested everything he can. We'll see, though. Can they do any damage? Can they retrieve a weapon? Side. Looking like they're going to gather up towards the A site. At least that's where the bomb seems to be rotating. Rops is alone over towards B. Moxic with the aggression isn't going to find anything as of yet. Zero. We'll pick up one. That's a rifle down. If he can manage to retrieve that, that'll be something very valuable to try and do something in this round. With only 45 seconds left, you may see a rotation out from the T's. However, if they are going to do this, they're going to have to do it pretty quickly. We got DevFox just jumping up and down, looking for the spot. Is going to see the remaining players. 3 people still here for the CT side, but they don't have a lot to play with. Zero eventually is going to pick up that rifle. Although there's damage being done. Okay, maybe it is going to get a bit more interesting. The CT side are actually doing work here. Only 20 seconds left. They still haven't cleared out this site. Rops is down to just 13 HP. You've got to remember, Zero's picked up a rifle, though that's quickly dropped. And the last man on the site will be going down as well. Lots of damage done in that round from the CT side, making things very costly indeed for mousesports. Their anti-ecos seem to be a little bit weak at the moment. The problem is, definitely not as weak as the economy we currently see on HR. They are going to be buying. I was a bit confused by the fact that Issa bought in the last round, and because of that, he's only going to have a deagle. Chris J. Still only going to be a pistol for this round, which is... I don't know if that's a misread or something, because he could have bought himself an AK. And the same thing that Oscar could have bought him anything. Side making their way out long at the moment. This is the last ditch effort for HellRaisers, otherwise they are just going to have to force in with some pistols in the next round, and Rops, just playing patiently, lurking for his team, is already going to catch off the aggression. Smokes over towards the A site. Both players currently up close. Could be a decent trade, and now Chris J is going to be the first one in. Already picks up one. Well, actually, no, sorry, a Sticko, and Rops will be there to turn things back. Looking to try and finish off Issa, but actually still going with that Deagle. And trying to hold on for the rotation of his teammate. Smoke going to be thrown in from behind. He doesn't know where the remaining players are, and Oscar is already going to be up close. Sunny on the site will eventually get the bomb down, but they have a chance here. Issa down to just 4 HP. Sunny going to be looking to try and rotate back into the path of Angel. Nade will eventually dunk him out, and it is going to be 15-7. mousesports 1 round away for taking the first map, their choice. Here we go, though. CT side. Just looking to try and hold on here. At least live to fight another day. Chris J. Let's have himself that ump already. A lot of damage done onto Robs. One minute 20 left on the clock as the T's... Oh, they're going to do Bogdan's Law. Rops has been given the AWP because he's low on health. Here we go, though. T side slowly making their way towards B. DevFox going a little bit aggressive. Has to be careful here. Has managed to cross into the close range angle, but... Can he actually do anything here? There's actually only 2 players anywhere near the site. It's looking like they may have read this slightly wrong. The remaining 2 over towards A are quite far behind. 40 seconds left on the clock as they do look for the entry, but it is going to be DevFox to actually start things off again. Zico pushing in. It seems like they do this where they don't really have an opportunity to trade, and now the rotation has come in from the CT side. They've got themselves more players on the site. Sunny, though, picked up 1, 2, and 3. A big round from him. The smoke setup does block off the majority of angles, so Zero can't spot anything on the site. Only 20 seconds left. Bomb is going to be planted. Sees Sunny. Knocks him down to just 7. Couple of low players now, and Oscar's the only one with any real HP. However, Oscar now going to take down his teammate. It is all onto Zero. 1 versus 3. Finds the first, second. So low through that wall. He's almost done it just by spraying there a little bit to the left, and he closes down Sunny. However, he will have the big round. 4 kills for Sunny, and that is the end of map 1. We will see Inferno coming up shortly. Make sure you're back after the break.
World Electronic Sports Games returns with a new season, the largest championship among national teams in the history of esports. Dota 2, Hearthstone, CSGO, StarCraft 2, and $5.5 million at stake. European finals will be held in marvelous Barcelona from the 22nd to the 26th of November. Win your slot in the finals of the World Championship. Register right now.